Welcome to your online module overview. We are in week 8, and for this week, we'll be predominantly focusing on our diversity jigsaw, continuing to work on your lesson 1 outline and draft, as well as turning in your classroom management plan. So let's take a look. For your week overview, so to prepare, you have your assigned diversity jigsaw article, as well as an optional reading for lesson design by Smith and Dearborn. That might be a helpful tool for you to think about designing your lesson 1 draft. Okay, let's take a look inside. So the readings for prepare are here. The optional the optional readings are all in Engage. So step 1 is your diversity jigsaw materials. The articles are all here for you, depending on which group you've chosen. And then your overview of the assignment is for you to teach your colleagues about your article and to consider the guiding questions when creating a teaching tool. What is the author's main argument or teaching points about the article? Please be specific in providing quotes or examples. What connections are you making to writing instruction or to your role as a teacher? And what questions do you still have or challenges that you predict you might encounter when thinking about the takeaways or the approach suggested by the article? Lastly, how is this article added to your overall repertoire of knowing diverse students, their needs and strengths? You can answer these questions in a plethora of ways. There are PowerPoint or Prezi presentation options for you to think about, with guiding notes on the bottom or voiceover. Visuals and 1 or 2 bullet points will not suffice. Because you are teaching this article, please be sure to be comprehensive. You can create a chapter outline or a worksheet. So an article outline with summaries or thoughts, similar to the formats that we have in reading responses. You can create a video or a screencast presentation of your article. If you'd like to be creative, there are 2 platforms for you to do so that are suggested. Storybird Online is a visual bookmaking tool that you're able to use their preset art to create an online book and PDF. There is a PDF for you of what that art might look like, with very few text. And then a Canvas online account where you can create a poster or infographic or presentation tool. And those are here for you on the bottom, those links. When thinking about the diversity jigsaw rubric, let's take a look at that. The online module and diversity jigsaw rubric is combined into one. And so you'll see here your original post is worth 10 points. Make sure you answer all of the guiding questions. And then your replies, which are 4 total, are worth 5 points. And then completion of the online module work is a participation grade of 5 points as well. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at where you'll be posting this discussion board here. As you can see, there are 5 total discussion boards, because you will be choosing the one of your topic and posting your teaching tool there by Sunday, I think, let's see, October, I think that's October of next week. So we'll go over those in more detail when I have it up. And then also posting 4 responses. So on each of the discussion boards that is not your topic. Okay, responding to those. So let's see, the deadlines for those are October 12th for you to post your initial teaching tool, and then October 16th for you to respond to 4 of your colleagues. Okay? When you are continuing to work on your lesson plan, so the lesson planning information is in step 2. Let's take a look at that. If helpful, this is an optional reading about lesson design, and it particularly covers aspects of classroom management when you're designing your lesson. So if that's helpful, please skim that. And then we have a teaching assignment overview that's attached here, which you also should have had received our first day of class. Okay. The directions for the first lesson plan is that you're going to create a culturally responsive writing assignment along the standards. So there's a link to the standards, the Common Core standards, and think about those standards for your grade level. You're going to be speaking to your cooperating teacher and what they suggest based on the writing spectrum or the series that they're covering right now. And you will be the goal of it is to draw on students' strengths, experiences, and backgrounds into this writing piece. Okay, so they can connect content with their own meaning making. So some aspect of their background or their interests or their strengths has to be evident within this writing assignment, this first writing assignment. You also have the lesson plan outline here for you to begin, as well as the rubric, okay? And you only need to be beginning a draft. So we're going to be working on that when we meet in person in 2 weeks. I've also created a Google spreadsheet of all of the grade levels here for you in case you would like to collaborate. Please note that you are responsible for turning in an individual lesson plan, although that lesson plan may look very similar to your collaborative team. Okay, and you know what's developmentally appropriate for your students, and so if you want to collaborate with someone who is 1 grade lower or 1 grade above, please feel free to do that as well. All right. And then there's a writing standards link here in order for you to think about the standards that you and your cooperating teacher might be addressing. Okay, so that is the engage portion. Let's just make sure we understand the closure. Oops. Sorry if you hear that in the background. That is my dog playing with an antler bone. Okay, so for the closure, to be clear, you are going to be posting your teaching tool on the discussion board that is your topic by Saturday, October 12th. You will post 4 additional comments on each discussion board that is not your own by Wednesday, October 16th, so before class. And then also be sure to turn in your classroom management plan by October 9th, so that is by the end of the day of our online meeting next week, as well as a draft. Please bring a draft of your lesson 1 to our in-person class on October 16th, and some form of evidence that you've been working on your field journals so that I can check them in on October 16th. Okay. I think that's it for your assignments as well as your online module for next week. Something that we chatted about in class yesterday is our field observation dates. And so I'm going to be sending an email out. These are your teams for which you need to coordinate one of these dates below that work for you. Okay, so these dates under lesson 1, you'll be teaching lesson 1. And then if you want to wait until later in the semester, these are the dates that you'll be teaching a mini lesson in lesson 2. And you only need to coordinate one of them, not both, with your scheduling team. If you are a single name right here, then you are either A, lucky enough to live close to me that I can schedule just one date with you, or far enough where you might not be located to any other elementary school. All right, y'all. So that is it for our online module and overview of the assignments. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be sending an email out soon. Okay?